appreciate your running stories, but we got
to move on.
We got two big topics.
So,
Bull, you have the floor.
Obviously,
you weren't here yesterday.
I'm going to make an admission. Yeah. Okay, I am every so often I'm accused of clickbait or trolling, and I will say this: that I have never, ever done clickbait or trolling until yesterday. And I put out a tweet. Now, I do believe what I said there, but I kind of put it out to just be a bit of a pain in the ass.
What did
and
you
it
say?
Worked because people got mad at me, and some of the reactions were very funny.
What did you say?
You want to read my tweet, Mike? Do you have it?
Yeah, give me a second. I wasn't planning on
but
going
I am
into
really bothered by what the Cavs did. You see, the Cavs played scared.
I can't read your tweet because you use an F-bomb.
Well,
I'll sum it up.
All right, go ahead.
Quote, Cavs summed up their mostly sad season with whatever the F that was yesterday. Losers lose, Magic in 5.
Yes.
Dang.
Okay?
You said that.
If you lose a game on purpose to avoid an opponent, that means you're a coward.
Who was they avoiding?
I don't even know. They would have played Indiana if they would have won.
That's what I said.
They were trying to avoid Philly and Miami, but mainly Philly.
But you know what? Like, we would all agree that the Cavs are a soft team. Do we agree on that or no?
They have certain markers.
They've been pretty soft, right? Would we say that the New York Knicks are a tough team?
Yes.
Did the Knicks worry about that? Now, maybe it'll cost them. They said, we don't care. Let's go. We're ready to win. The Cavs, who have played gutless basketball for, 6 weeks? And let's face it, here's the reality. I don't care what their final record is, Jason. They played good basketball for the stretch where they went 18-2. They played really well. The rest of the season, they sucked. They were under 500 the rest of the year.
They had good wins outside of that stretch.
A few here and there.
Yeah, they beat the top teams of the East and West.
They were mostly crap the rest of the season. Under 500 the rest of the year.
They've been wildly inconsistent.
Yes.
Is how I would put it.
And with Donovan banged up and Darius Garland having a terrible season, to go into the playoffs like a bunch of cowards, an organizational decision to run scared like little babies, they're like the 3 little pigs. The Cavs are the 3 little pigs. They're hiding in their houses from the big bad wolf. Joel Embiid hasn't won. I love Joel Embiid. No, I don't. I mean, I'm okay with him. I'm saying I love him. He's a really good player. He hasn't won a big game ever. When's he won a big game, Joel Embiid?
Never.
Never, Mike. Never. The Sixers, that's who you're scared of? The Sixers? And I love all these Cavs fans. You know, and they're getting mad at me. You don't know basketball. You're right. I don't know basketball that well. But I know this. I'm not a coward. I know the Knicks are not cowards. I know the Cavs are cowards. And I got all these people, all these basketball geniuses saying, well, they're going to, at least they can get to the second round. How dumb. Listen, could the Cavs beat the Magic? Of course they could beat the Magic. To look at the series against the Magic as if this is a guaranteed win for the Cavs.
That's by no means a guaranteed win.
That's a joke.
No,
you got to be kidding me if you think this series is a guarantee.
I do think they have a better odds of beating Orlando than they did Philly. I do believe that.
Fine, but they ran scared, and I don't believe in that. I think going into the playoffs with that mentality of being scared, that's what you're saying. You're saying you're afraid to play a team. That's it. And that is a complete loser mentality, in my opinion.
Well, I agree with a lot of what you said.
Thank you.
But like I was on the radio with Earl yesterday, and like I told him, I'm 30 years old now, so I see things from both sides. Okay. So from an organization, from a Cavs organization, how can you make this season be a successful season? Well, make it to the second round.
I don't think that's successful.
That's a very successful season.
You think so?
Last year they were lost in the first. The year before that they were in the play-in. The year before that they weren't even a thought. So to say that to go in there and be able to say, we've progressed every season. We made it to the progression. It doesn't matter.
No, it's real.
You can literally say we've progressed every year. We haven't taken no steps back because we are in the second round this year. We might have lost in the second round, but we made it to the second round. So I think that's the way you look at it. You look at this team and you say they're wildly inconsistent. So why would I go put them up against a team? Listen, fact of the matter is, as a Cavs fan, you want to see your team playing first and the second round and anywhere after that. You don't really want their season to be over. over. So why would you put them up against a juggernaut, quote unquote, the 76ers?
76ers, first of all, we don't know that they play the 76ers. The 76ers got to beat the Heat.
Yeah, and as it wound up, they would have played the Pacers.
And they wouldn't even have played them. Right, they would have played the Pacers.
So what? At the end of the day, they wanted to go with a guarantee.
But it's not a guarantee.
They wanted to go with a guarantee.
They're going to beat
No,
Orlando.
not a guarantee win, but a guarantee favorable matchup. That's what they wanted to go with.
What did the Cavs do against Orlando this year?
2-2.
It's split 2-2.
So why are the Cavs? They're not a big favorite in the series.
Because if you look at it from
They're minus 195 to win the series.
if you look at it from a standpoint,
okay.
If you look at it from this standpoint, against the Magic,
Yeah.
they are the more veteran team. They have more playoff experience. The
They've
Magic
won one playoff game.
That's fine. They have playoff experience and they have veteran experience. On top of all of that, the Magic is just a younger version of what the Cavs were. They're young. They don't have a playoff experience. They don't understand that it's a different tone in the playoffs.
That's all true.
So you could take advantage of those.
And that's
things.
fine, Tyvis, but it doesn't take away the fact
But I'm
that
with.
they ran scared.
But I'm with you because I'm on a champion's mentality. If
That's
I want to
right.
be the best, I'm
You're
going to
a
beat the
champ.
best. I don't care who you put in front
You're
of me.
a
I'm
champ,
a dominant.
they're not.
I agree.
You're a winner, they're
so
losers.
from that standpoint, I agree, which is why I say I'm Switzerland. I say all that to say I'm on both sides of the fence.
With the
I see
Seahawks that you were on, with the San Francisco 49ers that you played for,
we were terrible.
they were terrible.
Yeah, we were terrible.
But let's say the Seahawks. You were on a good team in Seattle.
Yes.
Can you imagine if Pete Carroll went ambling over to Richard Sherman and said, hey, listen, I think we should lose this last game so we can play the Rams in the playoffs instead of the 49ers?
I don't think that conversation will go well, but I have been on the opposite end where they say we should lose this game because we want a better draft pick.
That's a different story. I don't really love that either, but that's different.
That happens.
That's a different story.
Listen,
You're not trying to win anything.
We're
at that
4-11.
point. Yeah.
And what do we get if we win this game? Absolutely nothing. But if we lose this game, we get a higher draft pick.
But do the players care about that?
They disguise it in ways that you don't even can't really tell what's going on.
Jason, let's say
Here are the facts.
Facts.
And this is repeating a little bit what I said yesterday, but Dan Gilbert has never won a playoff series without LeBron. Fact. If the Cavs lose in the first round, regardless of the opponent, everybody's getting fired.
But aren't they getting fired either way?
No.
If they lose to Boston in the second round, they're not getting fired? One series win over Orlando is going to keep their jobs?
Here's the thing. If they lose in the first round,
Yeah.
if they win a series, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. If they lose in the first round, I got a pretty good idea. JB's getting fired. Donovan's going to force his way out.
Right.
And then Kobe's going to get fired.
Yeah.
So there's some – if they win a first-round series, Tyvis is right. You can disagree with how much it means, but the fact is, I said this yesterday, they went from a non-playoff team to a play-in team to a first-round team to a second-round team if they win a series.
But don't the good
And they
teams
can
make
show,
bigger jumps than that over that amount of time?
Not necessarily. I mean, here's the counter to that is you didn't trade for Donovan Mitchell just to win a playoff series.
Exactly.
And that's why that Donovan trade could end up being the downfall for Kobe, which was it was a gamble. It was an all-in move.
And we loved it.
And it was a risk to take, and I understood why they took it. He fit age-wise with what they had. He fit with where they were going. They wanted a veteran to sort of lead them. It made a ton of sense. But it was a gamble, and not all gambles work out. And if there is no Donovan trade and this team stays status quo and they lose in the second round, nobody's upset.
That's right. That's true.
But it's the trade that sped up the timeline, that added the pressure, that did everything else, and it's the trade that could ultimately be the downfall of some of the people that work over there right now. So that's, I mean, you could say everything you just said. The fact is they have better odds of beating Orlando than they would have Philly or Miami. There's better odds. I'm not saying they're going to win, by the way. I do think they will, but it's by no means a lock. But if they if they lose in the first round, there's a lot of changes in that building.
And now it's even worse because you lost to Orlando.
Well, yeah. Now it's for sure.
Yeah.
But if you win a series and you advance, we have to see how it plays out at that point. I can't give you a definitive answer.
You got Cavs in 6. I got Orlando in 5. Who you got? What do you got, Jason?
I said yesterday it's going to be – I don't think I made a call in games. I do think the Cavs win the series, but it's a rock fight. Like, this is not going to be Cavs roll. Like, I think it's going at least 6, if not 7.